to the COVID-19 pandemic, losing millions of dollars, whether that be because of PPE cost or even reimbursement cost coming from the hospital, or not coming from the hospital, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hard setup for so many of them, where they want to help the others on the front lines, but they're not getting the support that they feel that they should be getting. And Hunter, what's the latest with Congress, and could we be seeing some more funds coming their way?
So that's the hope. The American Ambulance Association reports that as of now, there are already 6 agencies across the United States that have had to shut down during the COVID-19 pandemic because of PPE expenses or personnel shortages. So because of that, they wrote out to Congress and said, hey, we need collectively $2.6 billion to continue servicing the areas that we cover. Now, as of now, there's been no movement on that, but that's absolutely something that they're hoping to get, is relief for agencies across the country, whether that be public or private. As long as they have a working ambulance, a running ambulance, they would receive some of that relief. And I want to just put into perspective for you some numbers here. So before the COVID-19 pandemic, MedStar here in Fort Worth gave us some invoices. Before that pandemic, 1 in 95 masks, which is those medical grade masks that everybody is using, especially those medical workers, one of those masks was 67 cents. That mask now is $3.97. So their monthly mask costs went from about $200 a month to more than $23,000 a month. And it's that type of financial strain that is putting some of these EMS agencies out of business.
Yeah, the financial aspect of it has to be totally a struggle right now as well. And Hunter, before we go, can you also talk about how paramedics and teams are also struggling with the fact that, you know, it's hard mentally dealing with this on the front lines? They're worried that they could possibly bring this home to their families.
Yeah, that's right. I spoke to a paramedic here in Dallas. His name's Ryan Snow. He's been a firefighter paramedic for more than a decade. His wife is a nurse. They've got a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old, and they're worried every day that their work on the front lines is going to start to impact their family. And they have a plea to the community and to Americans and to really everybody across the world. And that's just to stay home, to wear your mask, to stay safe, because it's those opportunities that we're taking to see those friends over the holidays or to see those family members over the holidays. It's those opportunities that are putting these frontline workers rather in jeopardy. And that's their biggest message, is they need help. They need help getting back to normal, and they need help feeling safe going home. I know out here in Dallas, they are responding to over 100 COVID-19 cases a day. That's MedStar specific information. Over 100 COVID-19 positive cases in a day, 98 of which have to go to the emergency room, just to put into perspective how serious these numbers are getting here in Texas especially.
Yeah, I mean, just hearing about the numbers is very exhausting. I can't imagine what it is dealing with it on an everyday basis. Hunter Davis, thank you so much for breaking it all down for us and giving us that insight live in Dallas, Texas. We appreciate it. And we continue to roll on right here on News Now from Fox. Speaking of Texas,